Hello and welcome back to my craft room. It's been a little minute since I had a play in my This Is Not a Book, or Snotter book as I've taken to calling it. I'm in the mood today and I've got a couple of hours free and I think I'm gonna have a bash at this one. When I first looked at this one I thought, I don't know, there's a lot to do with that. But then an idea suddenly popped into my head, so it's going to be pages 47 and 48. This is not a book, this is a factory that creates very small books by unknown authors. The factory itself is very small, and there's an asterisk there. And the asterisk here says, photo is actual size. I think that's quite cute, that appeals to me. So it tells you to cut out the template and fold according to the lines, put it all together, add content and continue production. Well, continue when production isn't going to happen. I don't feel like I'm getting a whole load of these books. I have made a lot of mini books in the past when I've been doing my 12 scale miniature scenes, and I do quite like doing them, but not for this. I'm just going to make the one. And because this photo is all in black and white and you can see she's like drawn the books over the top here, I think there's a lot of scope here for adding some colour. The book I want to do is going to be, the unknown author is going to be yours truly. I'm going to call the book I Can Sing a Rainbow, and then I'm going to introduce rainbow colours into part of this very dreary looking black and white factory scene. I don't know if you can see here. I mean, obviously there's three chaps along here. No idea what this factory was actually producing on that conveyor belt. But can you see that little face there? I mean, it must be a person, and it must have got slightly the image has got a bit distorted or something. But it looks like an orangutan or something. I've no idea what that face is, or is it just not a face at all? It's just some shape hanging up there that happens to look. It's almost got like almost like a strange skull look to it. I've no idea. Anyway, I must make sure I accentuate that when I do my colouring. So the first thing I'm going to do is give this a coat of my favourite transparent gesso. It just enables so much extra can't get that lid off, scope in this book. It really does. It just gives the pages a bit more substance. Protects any layers you've got going on underneath, obviously not in this case, and then just gives that little bit of a tooth to the page so that it will take colour pencils really well and other media. So that's my first step, and then while this is drying, which won't take long, I can move on to the next step. So that's that bit done. And one part of my vague plan is to use a bit of this paper I've had knocking around for ages. A friend gave it to me when she very luckily won a prize and had like loads of stuff and very kindly shared it with me. And this is one of the pieces I've got left that I've been hoarding. I love this brickwork. It's kind of it's an actual photograph. I just love all the colours in and everything, and I think I can just about chop. I know it's not quite big enough, but I can chop it up to kind of frame this and make it look like there's a break through the wall and we're peering into this little tiny factory. The fact that the bricks are a bigger scale is great because these are meant to be miniature, so that this is the actual size. So, but I've also got to wait for this to dry first. So while I'm doing that, I will get this cut up ready. So I'm going to cut this piece out because I will probably make that into some kind of signage to stick back over once I've done the wall, and then all I need to do is cut this. So I chatter away to myself in these when I do these kind of process videos, but most of what I chatter away about just doesn't make the cut and gets deleted. Is it still floating in the ether somewhere when I delete it? Oh my word, there. Floating about the universe. Let's make it a double. Make one a double. There. Now let's have some rainbow beads. And call this indigo and violet. Oh look, that's pretty, isn't it? Now I need to tie a big knot because I do not want this to come undone. It should have been the last thing I did, but you know. I suppose I probably should make the book first so I know what the front is going to look like. Let's just at least do the front cover, which I think I'm just going to make rainbow order stripes. I always get this thing if you just fold it, fold the same size piece of paper over, you always get this thing because it's all stacked up where the cover ends up too small. So I'm just going to take the cover pieces back and trim these down just by a couple of mil. That's all I'm taking off. So now when the cover closes over it, the insides aren't sticking out. I know it really doesn't matter for this, but it matters to me. That's the front of my book, so now I know what I need all these to kind of look like. And then we'll tackle the inside after. Right, so I guess the first thing is just to reproduce that, isn't it? I'm going to use a black, I'm not going to use the pen on here. Yeah, I'll give a much more sort of vague, sketchy kind of quality. So then the idea was that also in rainbow order I'd sort of introduce bits of colour into this picture. I'm still curious about this funny face here. Is it a face? Right, That's my little factory done, I think. It looks a bit more lively and magical now, I think. So I still need to do the inside of this, and I need to cut out my wall. I might just have a little bit of a fiddle with the wall a minute. I've sort of torn the edges here because I want to imply that we've got a sort of broken through. And now I'm just going to ink the edges because I don't want those sort of the white core of the paper to show. I also kind of feel like now, before I put all this on, now I'm going to be looking into this sort of little cavern. I did like the idea of it being obviously a black and white photo taking on colour from the book. But now I'm thinking I want to kind of darken up the inside so it looks, yeah, I'm going for it. That's my there's my little pig fruit factory. I quite enjoyed that bit of silliness, and I definitely want these really dark now. With just a hint of some shapes and things in the background that, even though we've no idea what they are. A bit of a think about what I'm going to do about the words. Am I going to use this, or am I going to add them on in some other way? Just got to decide where though. Hang on a second. Kind of wondering if it's better there. No. Stick with my first instinct there. Right, so Right, so I finished my little book. I Can Sing a Rainbow. Arty farty. Contents: red, yellow, pink, green, orange, purple, blue. Conclusion: info. My favourite colour is rainbow. AFA. That's a quote by the author. Author: Annie Claxton. Publisher: Arty Farty Inc. And there's a little fake photo. Red and yellow and pink and green, orange and purple and blue. I can sing a rainbow. Sing a rainbow. You can sing one too. By the same author. Eat the rainbow every day. June 2021. Right, I think what we're actually going to do is just stick it here somewhere. Yeah, maybe as if it's just come off the conveyor belt. Yeah, just like that. There, and I'm done. Well, it's not the prettiest, is it? But it's a bit of fun. I quite enjoyed doing that, and I do like my little dinky book with its own rainbow dangles. Pages 47 and 48. This is not a book, this is a factory that creates very small books by unknown authors. I will pop it on the playlist with all the other Snotter book pages, and I will be back very soon with another one. Thanks for watching. Have a good day. Bye.